press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children. Subject Social Science. Topic South America, land of Andes. In previous class we study about the introduction of South America, and then we study about location, extent and physical settings, settings, and then we study about the physical features also, isn't it? The Andes mountains, the eastern highlands, the central lowlands, the western coastal plains, isn't it? In this class we study about rivers and lakes. Rivers and lakes. The Amazon, Parana, Paraguay, Uruguay and the Orinoco are the important river system of the South America. Once again listen here, which are the important rivers in this continent, children? The Amazon, Parana, Paraguay, Uruguay and the Orinoco. River, these are the important rivers in this continent. The Amazon river, which rises in the Andes, in the longest in South America and largest river in the world. Amazon river, it is the largest river in the world. Amazon river, it is the largest river in the world. Amazon river is the largest river in the world. The Amazon river, which rises in the Andes, is the longest in South America and the largest river in the world. Longest in South America and largest river in the world. It is navigable. This river is navigable to a great extent along its course. The Orinoco is another important river system. Orinoco also very important river. The combined river system of Parana, Paraguay and Uruguay is called La Plata. Once again children, the combined river system of Parana, Paraguay and Uruguay is called La Plata. La Plata. Next, Lake Titicaca. Now we study about lakes of the South America. Lake Titicaca is the highest lake in the world. Which is the highest lake in the world, children? Lake Titicaca. Lake Titicaca. Lake Titicaca. It is the highest lake in the world and it is the largest navigable lake of South America. Lake Junin, Lake Sorococha of Peru, Lake Pupo of Bolivia are the other important lakes of South America. And then we study about the climate of the South America. Children, see here, rivers and we already study about rivers and lakes. The Orinoco river, which flows from the Guiana Highlands towards the Atlantic Ocean, isn't it? The Amazon river, 6,450 km long. It rivers in the Andes mountains and flows east towards direction. La Plata river system found by the river Paraguay, Uruguay and Parana, isn't it? These rivers flow south towards direction and drain into the South Atlantic Ocean. There are only a few lakes in South America: Lake Titicaca, Lake Pupo. Lake Titicaca is the highest lake in the world. Now we study about climate of the South America. Climate. Climate, okay. South America has a wide variety of climate, latitude, altitudes and the proximity of the Pacific and Atlantic oceans contribute to the variation in the climate of the continent, okay. The equator passes through the northern part of the continent and Tropic of Capricorn passes through the southern part. The land masses within the two latitudes falls in the tropical zone. The broader part in the north is under the influence of tropical climate. Hence the climate here is hot and wet. Here we see hot and wet. Both type of the climate, hot and wet. Okay, the Amazon basins experience hot and wet equatorial climate due to the presence of the equator. The region experiences convectional rainfall almost every day. Heavy rainfall favors dense forest in this region. Okay, the Amazon basins has thick forest. These are the thick forest. Okay, Amazon basins has thick forest, which is the home of flora and fauna. Reptiles, birds and monkeys are common in this belt. Okay, we see here the Andes mountain ranges run almost the full length of the western margin of the continent. The Andes mountain ranges run almost the full length of the western margin of the continent. Okay, onshore winds bring rain to the windward side. Okay, while the east of the Andes gets low rainfall. East of the Andes gets low rainfall. This is the rain shadow region. This is the rain shadow region and the temperate desert belt, Patagonia of South America. Ocean currents also influence the climate of the continent. Warm Brazilian current move along the eastern coast and it causes rainfall, while the cold Peruvian current reduces the temperature in the western coast and keep it dry. Okay, therefore the northern Chile and parts of southern Peru have hot desert Atacama. Hot desert Atacama. Hot desert Atacama. Atacama. Okay, Atacama type climate. Western part of the Andes and southernmost region of Chile receive rainfall throughout the year and it is maximum in winter. This region has oceanic climate. Okay, north and central Chile coastal region has warm summers and mild winters and rainfall in winter. This region has the Mediterranean type of climate. Here we see Mediterranean type of the climate. Mediterranean type of the climate. Atacama Desert, Calama is the driest area on the earth. Okay, no rainfall for the last 200 years. Okay, here we see the equatorial region of the Amazon basin has dense tropical. Here we see dense forest, rainforest, dense tropical rainforest. It is the world's largest rainforest, which is the equatorial region of the Amazon basin has dense tropical. Amazon basin has dense tropical forest, rainforest. Okay, it is the world's largest rainforest. Okay, locally called selvas. It is called selvas. This dense forest is called selvas. Evergreen trees of hardwood, okay, with a dense canopy of trees are found here. Canopy of trees are found here. Mahogany and ebony are the valuable trees in this area. We see here mahogany and ebony trees also, the rubber tree also we see here, found here, are used to make latex. On either side of the equatorial forest, grasslands are found here. These are the known as lalanos in the Orinoco River basin and as a compass in the Brazilian highlands. The southeastern coast of Brazil has tropical deciduous forest. South of Gran Chaco region. Here Gran Chaco region, Argentina and Uruguay is covered by temperate grassland. Gran Chaco region covered by temperate grasslands to a large extent known as pampas. It is called as pampas. Okay. See here, south of Gran Chaco region is covered by temperate grasslands to a large extent. It is known as pampas. Okay. The plateau of Patagonia has temperate desert having scrub vegetation. Here we see scrub vegetation on the western side of the Andes, and the central region has mixed type of forest. Temperate deciduous forests are found on the lower slopes and coniferous forests are found on the higher slopes. Central Chile has the Mediterranean type of the climate which has evergreen trees and shrubs. South America climate is uniformly hot throughout of year. Isn't it clear? Throughout of year, uniformly hot throughout of year. South America climate is uniformly hot throughout the year. Throughout the year, there is a very little difference, children, in the temperature between summer and winter. Okay, due to its large size, the climate of the continent is varied with each region. With each region having its own characteristics, weather conditions also. Okay, the climate of South America influenced by the geographical location. It influenced by the geographical locations away from the equator, understood, to the north and south. There is greater contrast in temperature between summer and winter. Okay, in the tropical region, winters are cooler. Winters are very cooler and summers are less hot. And then we see the equatorial region also. The highlands of Brazil and Guyana receives moderate annual rainfall. They receives moderate rainfall. Okay, annual rainfall, and summer is the rainy season. The highlands of Brazil and Guyana receives moderate annual rainfall, and summer is rainy season. Summer is rainy season. In summer season we see here rain. Okay, rainy season. Summer is the rainy season. The equatorial region receives high rainfall. Equatorial region receives high rainfall throughout the year. There is no dry season, children, in the equatorial region. It receives high rainfall throughout the year. Okay, where, children? The equatorial region. Pampas. In the Pampas lowlands of South America, winters are cooler. Winters are cooler and summers are less hot. Once again, in the Pampas lowlands of South America, winters are cooler and summers are less hot. Okay, rainfall is moderate. Rainfall is moderate and it is maximum in summer. The rain shadow region of the Andes ranges is the plateau of Patagonia. Okay, it is a temperature desert. It is a temperature desert and gets a low rainfall. Okay, Chile, the southernmost region of Chile has a marine or oceanic type of climate. Understood, children? The southernmost region of Chile has receives our marine or oceanic type of climate. This region receives high rainfall. This region receives high rainfall throughout the year. Central Chile region has warm summers and mild winters with rainfall in winter season, winter only, okay. And then we study about Atacama Desert. The Atacama Desert has the hot desert. It is the hot desert type of climate which is found in the northern Chile and southern Peru, okay. The Andes Mountains regions climate changes according to height above the sea level. Understood? The Andes mountain regions climate changes according to high above the sea level. Height above the sea level. The lower slopes have tropical climate. The middle slopes has temperature conditions, and above 6,000 meters permanent over of the cover of snow. The middle slopes have has temperate conditions, and above 6,000 meters permanent cover of snow. And then we see here South America's natural vegetation follows closely the continent climatic zone, isn't it? In the Amazon basin and the other tropical rainy regions are vast rain forest. The savanna or the grassland on either the grasslands on the either side of the equatorial forest. Savannas are known as Llanos in Orinoco River basin, and Pampas is in the Brazil. Pampas in the Brazil highlands. The Gran Chaco region lies in the warm temperate region. The Gran Chaco region lies in the warm temperate region. Okay. The southeastern coast of Brazil has tropical deciduous forest. The temperate grasslands are in the pampas of Argentina and Uruguay. The temperate grasslands are in the pampas of Argentina and Uruguay. The plateau region of Patagonia has scrub vegetation. Is it? The plateau region of Patagonia has scrub vegetation. Temperate deciduous in the lower slopes and coniferous on the higher slopes, found on the western side of the Andes. Okay. Central Chile has evergreen trees. Central Chile has evergreen trees and shrubs. The northern Chile and Peru has scrub vegetation. Okay. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಸೌತ್ ಅಮೇರಿಕದ ನದಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಸರೋವರಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅಮೆಜಾನ್, ಪರಾನ, ಪರಗ್ವೆ, ಉರುಗ್ವೆ ಮತ್ತು ಓರಿನೋಕೋಗಳು ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಅಮೇರಿಕದ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ನದಿಗಳು, ನದಿ ವ್ಯೂಹಗಳು ಅಂತಲೇ ಕರೆಯಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಮೆಜಾನ್ ನದಿಯು ಆಂಡಿಸ್ ಪರ್ವತದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಅಮೇರಿಕದ ಅತಿ ಉದ್ದವಾದ ನದಿ ಆಗಿರುವುದಲ್ಲದೆ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಅತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ನದಿ ಯಾವುದು? ಅಮೆಜಾನ್ ನದಿ. ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್, ಅಮೆಜಾನ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿವರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ largest river. Amazon is the largest river in the world. ಓಕೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಓರಿನೋಕೋ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾದ, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ನದಿ ವ್ಯೂಹ ಅಂತಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಪರಾನ, ಪರಗ್ವೆ ಮತ್ತು ಉರುಗ್ವೆಗಳ ಒಗ್ಗೂಡಿದ ನದಿ ವ್ಯೂಹವನ್ನು ಲಾ ಪ್ಲಾಟಾ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸರೋವರಗಳು, ಟಿಟಿಕಾ ಸರೋವರವು ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಎತ್ತರದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಸರೋವರ ಯಾವುದು? ಟಿಟಿಕಾ ಸರೋವರ, ಟಿಟಿಕಾ ಲೇಕ್ ಟಿಟಿಕಾ. ಹಾಗೂ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಅಮೆರಿಕದ ನೌಕಾಯಾನಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಸಹಾಯಕವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಸರೋವರ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಜುನಿನ್ ಸರೋವರ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಪೆರುವಿನ್ ಪರೋಕೋಚ್ ಸರೋವರ, ಬೊಲಿವಿಯಾದ ಪೂಪಾ ಸರೋವರಗಳು ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಅಮೆರಿಕದ ಇತರ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಸರೋವರಗಳು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಬಹುದು. ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಅಮೆರಿಕದ ವಾಯುಗುಣ, ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್, ವೈವಿಧ್ಯಮಯ ವಾಯುಗುಣವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. ಈ ಖಂಡದ ವಾಯುಗುಣದಲ್ಲಿನ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿನ ಅಕ್ಷಾಂಶ ಇರಬಹುದು, ವಿಸ್ತರಣೆ, ಎತ್ತರ, ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಅಟ್ಲಾಂಟಿಕ್ ಮಹಾಸಾಗರಗಳ ಸಾಮೀಪ್ಯವೇ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ವಿವಿಧ ರೀತಿಯ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟನ್ನು, ವಾಯುಗುಣವನ್ನು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಖಂಡದ ಉತ್ತರ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಭೂಮಧ್ಯ ರೇಖೆ ಹಾದು ಹೋದರೆ ಇದರ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕರ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ವೃತ್ತ ಹಾದು ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಎರಡೂ ಅಕ್ಷಾಂಶಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಕಂಡುಬರುವ ಭೂಭಾಗ ತುಂಬ ಉಷ್ಣವಲಯವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬ ಹಾಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಉತ್ತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗಲವಾದ ಭಾಗವು ಕೂಡ ಉಷ್ಣವಲಯ ವಾಯುಗುಣ, ಹಾಟ್ ವಾಯುಗುಣದ ಪ್ರಭಾವಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಪ್ರದೇಶವು ಬಹುತೇಕವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರತಿನಿತ್ಯ ಪರಿಸರಣ ಮಳೆಯ ಅನುಭವವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳುವ ಭಾರೀ ಮಳೆಯು ದಟ್ಟವಾದ ಅರಣ್ಯದ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಷವೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮಳೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಟ್ಟವಾದ ಅರಣ್ಯ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಅಮೆಜಾನ್ ಮುಖಜ ಭೂಮಿಯು ದಟ್ಟವಾದ ಅರಣ್ಯವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ದು ಸಸ್ಯವರ್ಗ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ವರ್ಗಗಳಿಗೆ ನೆಲೆಯನ್ನು ಅದು ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿವಿಧ ರೀತಿಯ ಸರೀಸೃಪಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡಬಹುದು, ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು, ಮಂಗಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಅಂದರೆ ಸಮಭಾಜಕ ವೃತ್ತವಿರುವುದರಿಂದ ಅಮೆಜಾನ್ ನದಿ ಬಯಲು ಉಷ್ಣ ಮತ್ತು ತೇವಯುತ, ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡು ರೀತಿಯ ವಾತಾವರಣವೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ತುಂಬಾ ಉಷ್ಣವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ತೇವವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಮಭಾಜಕ ವೃತ್ತದ ವಾಯುಗುಣವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸಿಲು ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಮಳೆನೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಳೆಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಬರೋದರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಟ್ಟವಾದ ಅರಣ್ಯ ಪ್ರದೇಶವನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಅಮೆಜಾನ್ ಬಯಲಿನ ಸಮಭಾಜಕ ವೃತ್ತ ಪ್ರದೇಶವು ವಿಶ್ವದ ಅತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಳೆ ಅರಣ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ಅಮೆಜಾನ್ ಬಯಲಿನ ಸಮಭಾಜಕ ವೃತ್ತ ಪ್ರದೇಶವು ವಿಶ್ವದ ಅತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಳೆ ಅರಣ್ಯವಾಗಿದ್ದು ಸ್ಥಳೀಯವಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಸೆಲ್ವಾಸ್ ಎಂದು ಕರೆಯಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಏನಂತ ಕರೆಯಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೆಲ್ವಾಸ್ ಎಂದು ಕರೆಯಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಮರದ ನಿತ್ಯ ಹರಿದ್ವರ್ಣ ಕಾಡುಗಳು, ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹಚ್ಚು ಹಸಿರಾಗಿರುತ್ತವೆ. ಸಾಂದ್ರವಾದ ಚಪ್ಪರಾದಾಕಾರದ ಮರಗಳಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿರುವುದನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಮಹಾಗನಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಬೋನಿಗಳು ಈ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಬರುವಂತಹ ತುಂಬ ಬೆಲೆ ಬಾಳುವಂತಹ ಮರಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೀತವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿನ ರಬ್ಬರ್ ಮರಗಳನ್ನು ಲ್ಯಾಟೆಕ್ಸ್ ತೆಗೆಯಲು, ಅಂದರೆ ರಬ್ಬರ್ ಹಾಲ್ ತೆಗೆಯಲು ಅದನ್ನು ಬಳಸಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಮಭಾಜಕ ವೃತ್ತ ಅರಣ್ಯಗಳ ಎರಡೂ ಪಾರ್ಶ್ವಭಾಗಗಳಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಹುಲ್ಲುಗಾವಲುಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಇವುಗಳನ್ನು ಓರಿನೋಕೋ ನದಿ ಬಯಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾನೋಸ್ ಎಂದು ಕರೆದರೆ ಬ್ರೆಜಿಲಿನ ಉನ್ನತ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? ಕಾಂಪಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬ್ರೆಜಿಲಿನ ಆಗ್ನೇಯ ಕಾಂಪಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕರಾವಳಿಯ ಉಷ್ಣವಲಯದ ಎಲೆ ಉದುರುವ ಕಾಡುಗಳಿಂದ ಇದು ಕೂಡಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಚಾಕೋ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಭಾಗವು ಅತಿ ವಿಸ್ತಾರವಾದ ಸಮಶೀತೋಷ್ಣ ವಲಯದ ಹುಲ್ಲುಗಾವಲುಗಳಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿದ್ದು ಅದನ್ನು ಪಂಪಾಸ್ ಎಂದು ಕರೆಯಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಂಡಿಸ್ ಪರ್ವತದ ಪೂರ್ವದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಪಟಗೋನಿಯಾ ಪ್ರಸ್ಥಭೂಮಿ ಇದೆ. ಕುರುಚಲು ಸಸ್ಯವರ್ಗಗಳಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿದಂತಹ ಸಮಶೀತೋಷ್ಣ ವಲಯದ ಮರುಭೂಮಿಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್.